What's going on?
That's John Lee, the current champ.
He's never been defeated. Holds awesome records, including the fastest KO.
Welcome back to Thinking Critical. This is Wes, and today I'm very happy to talk about Rob Liefeld's Major X #2. I was very excited for this series when it was announced, but was underwhelmed by issue 1. I'm very pleased I stuck with the book. Liefeld apparently needed an issue to get his writing groove. Everything has been tightened up this week, the pacing's better, the story more developed, and I even like the art by Brent Peeples a bit more. Rob's art in issue 1 certainly wasn't the problem, but gone are the inconsistencies in inking, and the color work is much better. Brent Peeples' art feels right at home in Liefeld's world, and is more consistent than issue 1. Major X's design looks cooler in this issue, and color artist Ramulo Fajardo Jr. returns with more pop this go around. We finally meet the x-ential, and if I have a complaint, the design is pretty boring. We're also introduced to the Atlanteans. Nomar and Laura play a large role in the story overall. Not really an art issue, but I really wish writers would stop making amalgamations of older character names. I didn't need his name to be so close to Namor to know he was likely related to Marvel's original Atlantean hero. The art is very dynamic, as you expect from Liefeld-inspired work. This all feels over the top and bombastic like you want from 90s inspired series. Cable and Major X are loaded up with plenty of hardware, and all the heroes are shredded to the max. There are some minor issues, but I really like the art in Major X issue 2 and rate it 4.5 out of 5. I was severely underwhelmed by Liefeld's characterization in issue 1, but he more than makes up for it this week. This issue is heavy on the history and purpose of the x-ential and the x-istence he created. The world was at war and mutantkind was being wiped out. The Catalyst brought ruin and devastation to all mutants as he vowed to purge them fully. The x-ential opened a portal to an oasis to save his fellow mutants. After the mutants passed through the portal, the x-ential was in a weakened state, and everyone pitched in to create a utopian society. The Atlanteans were the last to make it through the portal and inhabited the waters to rebuild their culture. Eventually, a small council was formed to govern the society, with the x-ential at the head and Major X as his right-hand man. Nomar and Laura represented the Atlantean interests. Rob still hasn't given the heroes in current day much fleshing out, and Major X still comes off as rather bland. It's hinted heavily that Cable has information about Major X and other future events he's not ready to let out. This should play out in future issues and adds levels of intrigue moving forward. Liefeld does a good job framing the x-ential and x-istence, but probably needs to give Major X some TLC soon. The characterization is a major step up from issue 1, and I rate it 3 out of 5 overall. The plot in issue 2 also gets an upgrade from issue 1 and really helps elevate the overall quality. Major X tells Cable and Wolverine the story of the mutant escape from Earth through the portal and the subsequent creation of a stable society. Eventually, the Atlanteans requested a meeting and expressed their displeasure with the Council's leadership. During a heated debate, Major X pulled his sidearm on Nomar and things changed for the worse, resulting in the disappearance of the x-ential and the shattering of the x-istence. Cable decides to time slide Major X to the future so he can save their mutant haven. The ragtag crew of Cable, Wolverine, Beast, and Major X head to the armory to prepare their visit to Greymalkin, Cable's underwater base. Cable leaves X-Force in the hands of Logan. Father and son are now on their own. They find the base sabotaged and soon learn they're not alone. An Atlantean giant lays in wait, and the action picks up hot and heavy. Liefeld's action is still very frenetic and doesn't make sense in a few spots. Cable dispatches the giant, and they learn the base is loaded with explosives during the interrogation. Undertow, a member of the Atlantean Royal Guard, arrives and things are bleak for our heroes. Cable and Major X time slide to an unknown destination as the issue ends. Much less focus on balls-out action and a tightened narrative helped the plot overall. I scored a 3 out of 5. Major X issue 2 is a huge leap forward for the series. Everything flows better, and it's a much improved reading experience. The final act features the wild action readers expect, and I enjoyed the art more as well. I rate Major X #2 a 3.5 out of 5 overall, and highly recommend it to readers looking for fun action adventure. Readers who didn't like the overall chaotic feel of issue 1 will enjoy this toned down story, while there's still plenty of action for those who enjoyed it. I'm glad I stuck around for issue 2. This is a fun book to read. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I would appreciate it very much. It helps us attract more views for the channel. Subscribe for future commentary, comic book news, and reviews. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. If you want to talk comics, movies, and much, much more, you can follow me on Twitter at Wes_from_TC. With that, Salamat Po, and I'm out.